Hey everyone, Benji Gaming here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a massive update on NHL 27. Over the past few weeks, we've gotten more rumors, more speculation, more hints, and more insider info than we've ever had for an NHL game in years. And honestly, things are starting to get very interesting. From major gameplay changes to NCAA integration to huge presentation upgrades to what sounds like a full next gen leap. NHL 27 is shaping up to be potentially the biggest EA NHL game in over a decade. Again, this is all just rumors and speculation. None of this has been officially confirmed by EA, so take everything you hear with a huge grain of salt. Because until any of this is confirmed, it's all just rumors and speculation. So today I'm going to go over all the biggest rumors, all the speculated new features, realistic expectations, and what this could all mean for NHL 27. So let's get into it. So I'm going to split this up into multiple sections. So section 1 will be public clues and official signs. Before talking about rumors, let's discuss like the biggest public clues. First, the NHL 27 website is already live. I'm sure you guys already know that. You've seen the tweets and the YouTube videos and the posts. That happened much earlier than usual. Usually it happens like late July, early August. Last year it happened August, actually maybe around July 29th, and then August 1st we had our first official announcement from EA announcing the cover date and the reveal trailer date. This year it happened on June 19th, I believe. It was last Friday, June 19th. Today is currently Thursday, June 25th when I'm recording this. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll get into, reveal dates and such later in the video. Second, NHL 27 was listed on both the Xbox and PlayStation stores much earlier than normal. Like I said earlier, they're usually revealed in it's like late July, early August. Um, and recently, there have been back-end code updates on EA NHL's pages, plus signs that pre-order infrastructure is being prepared. This is information I got from Endorse. This isn't anything. This strongly suggests EA is preparing for reveal season. Normally, this kind of activity ramps up shortly before teasers and announcements begin. And based on everything we've seen, I genuinely think we're getting very close to reveal season, to a reveal. Section 2, gameplay rumors. This seems to be the biggest focus for NHL 27. Multiple signs suggest gameplay is receiving major attention this year. But the biggest rumor I've heard, EA is implementing new motion capture technology similar to Hypermotion V in EAFC. This would mean real-world player movements and animations are being captured and brought into the game. This was mentioned, not this exact thing, but this was mentioned in the EA NHL 24 development team update video. I'm not sure if you guys remember that, but they had mentioned they want to implement real player tracking into the game at some point in their 3 or 4 or 5 year development cycle. So this has definitely been on their radar for many years. So this is one of the rumors that I actually think could happen in the game, which I'm really excited about. So what this can improve is skating, shooting, puck battles, dekes, body movement, and overall fluidity. One source described the gameplay like this: it's different, it's fluid, and that's incredible. Honestly, that's incredibly promising to me. IceQ also appears to be evolving. Many believe NHL 25's IceQ system was just step 1. NHL 27 could be the next major evolution. Let's get into section 3, presentation rumors. Now, there were a few tweets in the last few days suggesting that NHL 27 could be getting huge presentation upgrades and overhauls. So this is where it gets really exciting for me, because if you're an offline player like me, presentation matters, immersion matters, and based on everything that we're hearing, presentation could be one of the biggest upgrades in NHL 27. Some rumors suggest a complete broadcast package overhaul, enhanced scoreboard and UI, real team pregame intros, more authentic presentation, less arcadey feel, better realism and immersion. So it seems like they might be straying away from the Fortnite stuff and the all that arcade feel, which is huge. For years, the NHL presentation has felt stale. The same cutscenes, the same goal celebrations, the same post-game flow, same series winning celebrations, Stanley Cup winning celebrations, etc. But this year that might finally be changing. And again, I'm going to be mentioning this throughout the video. These are not confirmed. These are just things that I've heard and that the community has heard over Twitter and over the internet. An ESPN inspired broadcast package ? This is one of the most interesting possibilities. I personally think that NHL 27 could feature an ESPN inspired broadcast package if it's actually true, if it is coming, if we are getting a new presentation overhaul broadcast package. I think ESPN inspired could be the way they're going, not necessarily a fully licensed ESPN branding, but something inspired by ESPN, TNT, Sportsnet, and TSN. So think like a new scoreboard, better overlays, modern transitions, a more realistic broadcast presentation. So if this ends up happening, this will be a massive win. And I know what a lot of you are going to say. Ben, this is EA. There's no way they're going to do this. They haven't been nice to us over the years, so like why would you even mention this? I know it's EA. They haven't, stepped up in the past, but I don't know. It's, things can change. EA is a massive company. They just got bought out recently for I think it was like $55 million or something. So, stuff could change. There could be layoffs and new development teams coming in and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. We're very, very close, guys. We're very close to a reveal. I can feel it. Section 4, Stanley Cup and celebration changes. This is one of the biggest rumors I've heard. There are strong signs that the Stanley Cup presentation is being upgraded. That could include like more authentic celebrations, better emotions, improved post-game sequences, and longer Stanley Cup moments. Which is exactly what we want as fans. The dream for me is more realistic celebrations. So like for the Stanley Cup, I want to see, gloves thrown off, sticks flying, helmets flying off the ice and stuff, players jumping on each other, dog piles, the emotion that comes from real life Stanley Cup celebrations. This could be one of the biggest immersion upgrades in years if this is coming to the game, which would be insane. Section 5 is graphics. New graphics are also expected. This was tweeted out. Actually, this was mentioned in a video by Prez. I'll link his channel down below. Prez put in his video for NHL Rumors and stuff that Mike Straw had posted on Discord or sent somebody on Discord a message saying that new graphics are also expected. So I want to say this is true, but again, take it with a grain of salt. We don't know for sure. So this likely means improvements to lighting, player models, shadows, reflections, ice visuals, arena atmosphere, that kind of stuff. This could tie directly into making NHL 27 feel truly next-gen. Section 6. This is one of the most credible rumors that I've heard. One of the most likely rumors I've heard is the NCAA. And if this is true, this is massive. College hockey is heavily rumored to be coming, and not just in Hut, like we saw with the Hut post by EA last Friday. Rumors suggest NCAA content may expand into Hut, Be a Pro, franchise, and possibly more. This would be one of the biggest additions in years. Fans have wanted this for years. I'm pretty sure EA has tried to get the license to the NCAA for years. It just hasn't happened until hopefully now with the new rules and stuff. That's all I have for that, unfortunately. Section 7, franchise mode rumors. Franchise players finally have some hope. One rumored addition, a news feed. This may sound small, but it could massively improve immersion. Potentially tracking things like playoff races, milestones, injuries, award races, trades, and storylines. This could be a massive quality of life improvement. I mentioned this in my wish list video last week, that I'd like a news feed. I know we kind of have one in there, but it's just not in depth as it could be. So if this is true, this could be pretty cool for those franchise players like me. Section 8, my overall impression. This is the biggest takeaway. Everything points towards one thing. NHL 27 is trying to feel like a true next-gen leap, which is enormous because despite being on current-gen hardware for years, EA NHL has never truly felt like a true next-gen experience due to the fact that they have had the same build of the game, the same code for the game, since NHL 15, really, when they jumped from PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4. And that is a huge problem from the jump from PS4 to PS5 and Xbox 360 or Xbox One to Xbox Series S and X. When you have a console jump, you want your first game from that, like your first new game from the console jump, to be different. NHL 15 did this from 14. The graphics were different. Everything was different, except the game still felt and looked like old gen in terms of player movements, player animations, and like cutscene animations during goals. They had the same goal celebrations. They had everything the same, Stanley Cup, blah, blah, blah. So, and the jump from PS4 to PS5 was pretty much the same, where all the animations, all the movement, they didn't have this motion capture technology that FC does. And if that rumor is true, that NHL 27 could be getting hypermotion technology implemented into the game, this could be the biggest gameplay change, gameplay improvement we have ever seen. So we'll see what happens. But, you know, from what I have kind of speculated, this could be one of the best games we've had in the EA NHL franchise. Now, obviously, as I mentioned before, none of this is officially confirmed until EA reveals the game, so keep expectations realistic. But even if 70 to 80% of these rumors are true, NHL 27 could genuinely be the biggest NHL game in years, like I mentioned, the best modern EA NHL game, and potentially the most important release in over a decade. And if all that happens, we could finally be entering a brand new era of EA NHL. So let me know what features or rumors excite you the most. Leave a comment down below, like the video, hit the comment, hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully it'll be soon.